Silverton, Montana. 4:17 p.m. The trading post sat at the edge of town, its faded sign creaking above the door. Locals drifted in and out, but no one noticed the old woman on the bench near the gas pumps. She wore a long gray coat too big for her frame and clutched a worn leather bag like something sacred. Everyone passed her without a second look. A Harley rumbled up the road. The rider cut the engine, a man in his 30s, scarred, his cut reading Hell's Angels Bitterroot chapter. He removed his helmet and glanced at the old woman. "Ma'am, you all right there? I think I was supposed to meet someone, but they didn't come. My driver's gone." He frowned. "You got a phone?" She shook her head. "Never cared for those things." "All right, let's figure this out." Inside the trading post, the biker guided her to a chair. "Name's Ryder." "What's yours?" "Martha. Martha Whitmore." The clerk looked up quick. "Everyone in this valley knows the Whitmore Ranch." Ryder stood. "Not if I can help it." Two bikes arrived. Tank and Crow, the rest of the chapter. Ryder met them halfway. "She's Martha Whitmore, the ranch widow." Tank cursed. "That's a rough ride up to Silver Canyon. She's not making it alone. I'll take her home." The Harley growled as they climbed into narrow ridges. Martha pointed ahead. "That bridge, my Thomas built it with his own hands." Past an iron gate, the Whitmore Ranch spread out like a memory. Weathered barns, the main house standing proud. Ryder found an eviction notice inside. "Ironwood Holdings." Martha's brow furrowed. "They said my grandson sold the rights. But I never had a grandson." Ryder's jaw tightened. "Then let's find out what they really want." The chapter arrived. Wolf, the president, read the letter. They forged a sale under her name. Martha reached into her bag and pulled out a folder. "I kept every deed since 1953. They can't take what's still written in my name." Wolf smiled. "Ma'am, you just handed us a loaded gun." Headlights swept across the window. The first shot shattered the porch lantern. "Everyone down." Wolf roared. Point. 3 black SUVs. Men in tactical vests. Ryder tossed Martha into the pantry. "Don't move till I say." She touched his sleeve. "Don't let them burn what my husband built." Gunfire echoed. The angels moved like ghosts. Crow's Molotov hit an SUV. Tank dragged a chain that sparked like lightning. "You wanted her land. You'll have to take it from her angels." The hired men fled down the ridge. Martha stepped onto the porch. "They'll come again. And next time with paper." From her bag, she drew a document sealed with wax. "If they think they own this land, it's time someone reminded them what ownership really means." Morning came. The parchment bore President Eisenhower's signature, 1954, a federal land grant. Wolf leaned in. "That's not just ownership. That's federal recognition." By afternoon, the Hells Angels rode down Main Street. At the center, in Ryder's sidecar, sat Martha Whitmore, silver hair gleaming like a crown. They stopped at the courthouse. Ironwood's lead attorney sneered. "What's this circus?" "Justice with horsepower," Ryder said. Martha walked past, clutching her documents. "You stole from my husband's grave. But you forgot one thing. Paper burns. Truth doesn't." The judge studied the documents. "These are authentic. The land remains under federal protection." Case dismissed. Outside, Martha turned to Ryder. "People think age weakens you. Truth is, it just strips away everything that isn't real." That evening, Martha sat on her porch. "You didn't have to stay. Some things you just don't ride past." Wolf stopped by with a deed packet. "Martha's choice. She wants you as guardian." "You kept your promise," she said. "Now keep this land alive." Winter came. Martha's health faded. She spent her last weeks near the window, overlooking the land she'd fought for. "You think I'll see him again?" she asked. "If there's a road after this one, he'll be waiting. Then don't you dare stop riding." When she passed, the angels gathered at dawn, their engines idle in tribute. Spring returned. Ryder converted the barn into a community workshop, Whitmore Redemption Garage, a place for veterans and lost kids to rebuild bikes and themselves. Years later, a young Ryder stopped at the rebuilt trading post. On the bench sat Ryder, older, gray at the temples. "You Ryder Whitmore." "Just Ryder. The Whitmore part belongs to someone better." He handed the boy coffee. "You ride?" "Trying to find my road." Ryder looked toward the horizon. "Then start here." The road's still open. The road that began with kindness had come full circle. Sometimes angels were leather instead of wings.